Hello, I'm Dancy and welcome to my channel. I hope you love my daily sharing vlog. Musical instruments demonstrate how guitar and other common band equipment can complement one another to create the harmonies, the rhythms, and the melodies. I hope you enjoy my video and please subscribe to my channels and by clicking the icon below. Let's get started. Why do banjos sound so twangy? Folk, country, and bluegrass music often feature the distinctive sound of banjo, twangy, broad, and almost metallic. The banjo is string instruments but sound nothing like its cousins, the guitar, which can be smooth and very warm. If you want a side-by-side comparison of how guitar and banjo differ, look no further than the 1972 movie thriller Deliverance and the famous dueling banjos. Scenes where two characters go head to head with their string instruments. Although both instruments could look quite similar strings with a bridge and a neck, the sounds they produce are somehow completely different. And why? The short answer is that the banjo string reacts with a very complex way when plucked. It has to do with the acoustic physics and the way a banjo is crafted. The banjo is basically a drum with a long neck and string stretched across affixed there at either end. Affixed at either end. Affixed at either end, a bridge support the string over the drum membrane. The drum membrane is very thin, usually about 12 thousandths of an inch thick. By contrast, a guitar soundboard is typically about 1/8 of the inch thick, with a bridge affixed to the board. When you pluck a banjo string, the drum resonates and bridge vibrate, emitting the sound. A banjo pluck is much louder than a guitar pluck because the banjo is the head, vibrate much more. A Nobel Prize-winning physicist named David Politzer studies the phenomenon in depth. Politzer believes the twangy, loud banjo sound comes from something called frequency modulation. You can modulate the frequency of the string instruments by changing the tension of the string. For example, guitar player modulate in a frequency of a string when they push it sideways and get a tremolo and shaking sounds. The tension of the block banjo string changes and vibrates because the banjo drum is so thin. The block makes the bridge vibrate as well, so the tension of the string changes twice, once from the initial block and then again from the resulting motions of the bridge. This change is frequency modulation, and this gives you the banjo's bright, twangy sound. You might be wondering why this doesn't happen with mandolins or other string instruments like violins, where the bridge and the string move in tandem. The answer is pretty simple. It's because those instruments are made from thick wood, and their soundboard, as compared to the drum membrane of the banjo, are too heavy and vibrate to vibrate. In fact, Politzer pointed out that if you replace the thin drum membrane of a banjo with the wood, so it no longer sounds like a banjo.